What's up, guys? Today we're going to analyze a replay of a guy playing Terrorblade Mid, and this guy is Monkeys Forever, one of my favorite streamers. Before we watch the replay, I'm going to give you guys a little summary of what to expect. To start the game, you're going to buy yourself a Poor Man's Shield, plus get 2 tangos from a support and have yourself 2 Iron Branches. Our skills are going to start by getting level 1 into Metamorphosis and using it right away, and then you're going to use it again right away when it's off cooldown. You want to use Metamorphosis frequently and bully the other enemy mid laner out of lane. Our second skill is going to be Reflection. We're actually going to get Reflection all the way to level 4 by the time you get to level 7. So you're leveling up Reflection because at level 4, Reflection does 5.5 seconds of 100% returned damage from an illusion that you can't stop from hitting you, and it works on all 5 people. This is fantastic for early team fights and for pushing down towers. But guys, if you guys don't know the power of Reflection, now you know. For hero talents, we will be taking 6 health regen, then we're going to take 200 health, then we're going to take 15 agility, and then we're going to take 15 to all stats. The item progression for Terrorblade is going to be very similar to if he was playing in the safe lane, with the difference of getting a bottle. Bottle is really good on Terrorblade because he doesn't start with a lot of HP, so he regens a lot when he uses bottle charges. This is good if you're against a mid physical damage dealer, because you obviously have high armor with Terrorblade and you can regen your health pretty quickly with a bottle. The rest of your progression is going to be pretty standard. You're going to go boots, then you're going to go with an Aquila. You're going to get yourself raindrops if you're in danger of taking a lot of magical damage. Then you're going to upgrade to treads, dragon lance, probably a manta, most likely a Skadi, then probably a BKB, butterfly or diffusal. You could have gone diffusal a little bit earlier too. There's times to sprinkle that in, and there's also times to sprinkle in a bloodthorn, and then your final item is usually going to be a heart. Thanks for listening to my annoying ass. Let's get right into the game. What's going on, guys? This is a game of Mid Terrorblade. We're going to do a little guide on how to play Mid Terrorblade, and it's based on a game that I watched on stream yesterday from a very fun streamer of mine. His name is Monkeys Forever. He's actually one of my favorite players to watch. He's a super cool guy. If you guys haven't seen him, go check him out. I want to talk about how to play Mid Terrorblade. So if you guys noticed, blocking your mid camp, mid lane is really important, so you get your creeps on the high ground like this. But another important thing is to use your Metamorphosis really early in lane. You should always try to use your Metamorphosis within the first 30 seconds of being in lane. If you can't set up a kill with your Metamorphosis, then just go ahead and get killed. Ooh, you almost died to that Sunstrike. If you can't set up a kill with your Metamorphosis, then just go ahead and use it and zone your whoever's level 1 in lane with you out, because with Metamorphosis you should be able to zone out basically any hero in the game. If you take a look at what we're doing here with his skill build, you notice he has a point in Reflection. Leveling up Reflection is awesome mid lane. I know that Monkeys Forever likes to go 4 points in Reflection while simultaneously leveling up Metamorphosis. Reflection is a really underrated spell that creates a conjured image of the, not a conjured image, this is conjure image. It creates an image of the enemy hero that attacks itself for X amount of seconds. At level 4, it is for 5.5 seconds, and it reflects 100% damage. So if you got somebody who's a really good right clicker, anti-mage, or if you got somebody who is anybody who's a good right clicker, this conjured image will do, or sorry, this reflection will do a lot of damage to them in lane. The other thing that's really good about it is at level 4, it only has a 16-second cooldown. So on a 16-second cooldown, you're pretty Gucci. We already saw a pick off. We saw him use Metamorphosis. I'm going to skip forward to the next point where something interesting happens. In lane here, he's almost got level 6. He's been crushing this Invoker, who's level 4 right now. Notice that he's got his bottle. He still has a share tango, Fairy Fire left over. And right now he's putting some pressure on this guy because he knows he's got Sunder. Sunder is a spell that's really fun to screw people over with, because you effectively swap your HP with theirs. There's some minor conditions based on if they're below 25% or whatever, but don't worry about it. So we're gonna watch Terrorblade right now. Apparently he's getting charged. Here they come, and he might die from this. Oh, there he goes with the swap. Swaps, uses Reflection, gets gone on. Ouch. Feels bad, man. Oh no, he can't survive. I thought he was gonna maybe get away there, but he had a Orb of Venom on him and Silencer's Arcane Curse. So that's just the life of a mid player sometimes, my dudes. Okay. So Monkeys is back in lane. You'll notice that he's got himself a Ring of Basilisk, and he's flying out his Wraith Band, I believe. Yes, he is. So he's going to get himself an Aquila. He goes for a very, very standard Terrorblade build. And notice this, while he's last hitting, he's got level 7 and he's got level 4 points in reflection. While he's last hitting, he never even stops. He doesn't even turn around to look at this invoker. He doesn't turn around and say, yo, fuck you, I'm taking these last hits. He just continues to last hit and just uses reflection every time invoker's in range of getting hit by it. So we'll see. He used it again, there you go, and then he just continues to last hit. He's just attacking his Forged Spirit, and now he's just putting some work in on Invoker. Levels up. Ooh. Uses Metamorphosis again, and Invoker comes back. Reflection slows you by 25%, so 25% slow is really deadly. This Enigma drops the Black Hole, but not before Monkeys Forever gets the Sunder off, and let's see if he's able to net one more kill. He's not, but pretty good play overall. So what you want early is you want a Ring of Aquila on Terrorblade, and you probably also want a set of raindrops on him. The reason you want raindrops, maybe not so much this game because they don't have a lot of direct targetable spells, but most games that you're gonna want raindrops on Terrorblade to stop his low HP from sinking to a point that's reconcilable. All right. He's TPing out, got himself in a bit of trouble, but he's fine. We're going to move forward and see what his next course of action is going to be. And also, it looks like his next item is going to be the Power Treads. After Power Treads, I think he will likely go with a standard Terrorblade build by getting himself a Dragon Lance, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, at this point, they have mid tower, and Terrorblade knows that certain heroes are missing on the map. He's playing around top now instead. The reason he's playing around top is to try to get this tower, and because it's not safe to farm mid, it's better to be here doing stuff in lane than being in the jungle if you can be as a Terrorblade. Especially because he's got Metamorphosis up in 10 seconds again, and level 4 Reflection. With level 4 Reflection, you're looking to fight frequently. You can have 5 heroes hitting themselves for 100% damage for 5.5 seconds if you get Reflection off on everybody. And look at him chase down this Silencer. This Silencer thinks he's getting away. He's running. He's got Reflection on him. There's Metamorphosis, and he's dead. So there's one easy kill for Monkeys. Here he goes, trying to take down this tower. He's running through the tower just to get the last hit. There he goes. One more kill for Monkeys Forever, and Reflection goes down. He's going to get another kill netted for himself. Way to go, Monkeys Forever. What a player. I remember actually in game, this is when somebody was like, Monkeys Forever, Terrorblade, and then they were like, Craigasm. It was awesome. What's going on bottom lane? Nothing. Okay, there's going to be an interesting choice for items that Monkeys Forever makes soon, but I'm not going to talk about it until we get there. I just want you to pay attention to the progression of his items. So right now he's got himself Power Treads, Ring of Aquila. He obviously has the first part of... Oh, let's pay attention, see what happens here. Makes the Sunder. Let's see if he gets the kill on Silencer. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? He might die too. He's getting charged. I think he's gonna die. Get the Reflection. Oh, he just missed it. Notice that he must have just lost vision of that Silencer for a split second, but if he sees him again, he's dead. Oh, there he is. Gets a kill off on the Silencer. Backs away. Okay, his item progression. He's building his Dragon Lance right now. This team has a lot of spell damage. They have a lot of spell damage. There's Silencer, Spirit Breaker, Invoker, Enigma, but not enough. Nah, you know what? I'll get back to it. You guys will see what happens. And I'll tell you what chat was saying while he was playing this game. What Twitch chat was saying. It was kind of funny. Monkeys got a little aggravated by them. He told him to stop backseat gaming. It was funny. Okay. So we go back to this lane and see how it is. He's got his Dragon Lance completed now, and this is an 11-minute and 35-second Terrorblade with Power Treads, Poor Man's Shield, Ring of Aquila, Dragon Lance. This guy can fight. And level 4 Reflection. I wanna emphasize that again. If I haven't done it so far, I think I have, but you guys will be getting the point anytime now. Alright, now Terrorblade's farming top. He's got Spirit Breaker charging him. He's got a Clinks on his ass. He's got a Silencer here. Looks like they're going to try to turn it. Ooh, he's got Sunder ready in 12 seconds. He's just in here for the reflection. You notice that he gets close enough to use reflection to get them to start attacking themselves. Comes in, attacks once, backs up. Metamorphosis gets hit. Let's see if he gets some last hits in. Ooh, Sunders the Clinks. One more hit with the kill and gets caught in the black hole. Arc Warden drops his magnetic field for him, but he still goes down. That's okay. They took 4 heroes to trade for Terrorblade. Seems good, man. Seems good. Yeah, that's actually fine for their team. Jumping forward, we can see where that Terrorblade now has his Yasha, and he's well on his way to purchasing his Manta. Having a Dragonlance Manta before 20 minutes on a Terrorblade is a pretty nice feeling. Makes your hero pretty dang strong. And they're playing around bottom now. Notice that every time he wants to push a tower, he's in Metamorphosis. He steps inside of Arc Warden's magnetic field because it gives him bonus attack speed and evasion. Gets caught by a black hole here, and unfortunately is going to get hit by the Sunstrike and killed. Now, this is a situation that's pretty tricky for Terrorblade. So this is actually something that I'm going to talk about more later, but I want to talk about it now, is what to do in this black hole situation, because even if Terrorblade has a BKB, he dies there. Like, a BKB doesn't save him in that situation. He still gets hit by black hole because it pierces spell immunity, and he still gets hit by Sunstrike because it's pure damage. We're at a point in the game now where I would consider the laning stage effectively over. I guess you could say that he still technically has mid lane, except for everyone should be rotating there at this point. It's not his job, you know, to call missing or do that kind of stuff anymore. We're 18 minutes into the game. Terrorblade's trying to push lanes. He wants to get this Rax, and the team is rotating top to him. Now, he's almost got his Manta. He actually died recently, so it delays the timer a little bit. Notice that a team fight's starting again. Terrorblade is still trying to push towers because, like I said earlier, it's really important for Terrorblade to be team fighting a lot early with level 4 reflection. It's a lot stronger than most people give it credit for. It's got a 25% slow. I can't talk about how great it is often enough or enough in this video, so you guys can deal with that. Hate it if you like, hate it if you want. And they're going to try to get a kill on this Clinks here. Pops into Metamorphosis, doesn't get the kill on Clinks. He's got Sunder up. Let's see if he gets it off there. He gets it off on the Invoker. Invoker runs away. Ghost walks, manages, nope. Clockwork with the detection, and he doesn't manage to escape. Now with a Metamorphosized Terrorblade and this magnetic field, they should be able to take down this tier 2 in no time. And there you go. Monkeys forever. Mid Terrorblade taking down top tower at 20 minutes. That's their first tier 2. And they're going to try to do a little bit of chip damage top. Monkeys Forever right now is screaming into his microphone. I remember hearing it. He's screaming into his microphone, but why aren't they pushing top? Not in an angry way. He's just like, I don't understand why we're not pushing top. We should be pushing top. Everyone's dead. And he's right. Like, where are his heroes? His team should be here to push this. Silencer going off. Uh-oh. There's the Enigma. It's not going to black hole? Oh, man. I thought that was the black hole for sure. Instead, he just dies. Okay. Global Silence goes down. He still doesn't have his Manta. Having a Manta would be really, really beneficial right now. Spirit Breaker cancels his charge. Death Ward goes down. They have 3 heroes again, or dead again. And Invoker's going to clear the creep wave. I don't know if they're going to stay here or not. They're going to stay. Uh-oh. There's some damage going down to the Terrorblade. And he gets hit in the air with the Deafening Blast. And that's 400 damage all in an instant. So, yeah, he bought the recipe for the Manta style, almost has enough for the ultimate orb. Didn't quite get it pre-20 minutes like he could have if he didn't die those 2 times, but that's okay.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Also, I want to point out that this could have been game ending right here. If they got this tower, I think the game is essentially over for this Dire team. Okay, at this point, there was nothing really safe to push for Terrorblade for a little while. So instead, what he did was farm this jungle camp twice in the last minute. He cleared the camp twice, got himself his Manta, and now he's ready to go do some pushing again. the reason, let's talk about why Manta is really important for him this game. It should be kind of obvious, but it's because of this guy over here, because of Silencer. He needs to find a way to break the silences. He might need it to Sunder immediately, or to use Metamorphosis, or to use Reflection. There's a whole bunch of reasons he might need to break that silence instantly. And this is the item to do it. Now you see where they're posturing to go top again. They actually just managed to get a Roshan. Wow, I didn't notice that in game while I was watching. Clinks manages to get a Roshan, and they're going to start pushing for this top tower again. So Metamorphosis is up, and now they've got a big power spike in terms of having a Manta style on Terrorblade. That's actually a really, really big item. So Monkey's made a little mistake right here. I want to say what the mistake is, except for it's not a mistake. So I want you guys to know this. If you use Manta style before you use Metamorphosis, your Manta style illusions take the melee image stats instead of the ranged image stats. The ranged image stats are weaker than the melee stats for the illusions, and then they transform into the metamorphosized ranged units with the melee stats. So you want to use Manta style beforehand, except for this situation where he saved it, and he saved it for a reason. The reason he saved it is for the silence, which just went off. So he got rid of the silence, and he got black hole. It wasn't a great example to show that, but he did that absolutely perfectly. He had the conscious of mind not to use his Manta before using his Metamorphosis, saved it up, and is now trying to take this tier 3 tower again. They managed to get it. I think a black hole is going to go down soon. He's trying so desperately right now to Sunder something, and he just can't. He just can't. So at this point in the game, you're probably like, but monkeys forever. You need to get yourself a BKB. You need one so badly. And this is where I want to talk about his item progression. So we see what items he's got, see what he's building next. Why do you think he's not building a BKB yet? I'll explain it to you in a second. Okay, Monkeys has respawned and he's pushing down mid lane. He's still got his Manta, and you see he's on the progression path of building a Skadi. What's the reason for Monkeys Forever deciding to build a Skadi instead of a BKB this game? The reason's pretty simple. Black Hole pierces his BKB. Clinks does a ton of effing damage to him that's not magical. For Monkeys Forever to be able to make use of a BKB, he needs to have more effective HP. A Skadi does that. A Skadi tanks you up. In addition to tanking you up, it tanks up your illusions. But you need to be able to survive a BKB, and you need to be able to survive getting hit by Clinks. If you can survive a black hole and getting hit by Clinks with by getting a Skadi, only then will your BKB become useful. So you have to go Skadi before BKB in a game like this. And you notice they just got team effing wiped. This game is looking bad. It was looking like it was in the bag. They took the top tower. They started. They didn't start nibbling on the shrines yet, but they took the top tower. Everything was going well, and they just got team wiped. So this is a real feels bad man moment for a Monkeys team. Jumping forward, we see that Terrorblade is getting closer to his Skadi. He's just playing around the map right now. He's playing around top because they had some vision or something. I don't know. They know that this team's somewhere around bottom. I don't know exactly how they know, but he knows that he's safe with all of his best friends hanging out around him. You know, just sitting here letting them know, you know what, everything's gonna be okay. And they're coming to push top again because they've already got a tier 1 down. Sorry, a tier 3 down. They've got a tier 3, not a pesky little tier 1, a full-size tier 3. He still doesn't have his Skadi, but he's got a lot of HP from these 2 ultimate orbs. Or he gains some HP from 2 ultimate orbs and tanks up his illusions a bit. He just used Manta right there to dodge that. I think he missed it. And here's the black hole again. And unfortunately, he still doesn't have enough HP to make it through the black hole and the Clinks. Also, the rest of his team kind of was in bad position. Some of them TP'd out. They got themselves in a bad spot there. Didn't get a tower or anything. So they went for it again, and again, they died. At this point, he's just going to farm up the rest of his BKB, or the rest of his Skadi. And then he's most likely going to build his BKB. I think that would be the build for him. And we're going to be seeing a lot of farming now, so I'm going to be skipping to important parts with team fights and whatnot. And I think this is going to be an important part because they know that they're in Roche. They're going to come over here and contest it. Are they? No, they're not. They saw them come out. All right, well, let's get to something better. Okay, I said let's get to something better, but something better was just about to happen. So here we go. Here comes Terrorblade to make himself useful in a fight top. He's saving his reflection still because he wants to use it on a couple of heroes. Comes top, is kind of too far ahead right here, and gets caught in the black hole. They are dropping all kinds of spells on him, and he does not survive. So even still right there, guys, a BKB does not save monkeys. It might give him enough time to Sunder. It might, but I'm not gonna place any bets on that. Ooh, that regen ruin. Ouch. He was baited in by that regen ruin, and here we go. Team 3 dead monkeys is not alive to come over here and help them stop this Roshan, so it looks like Clinks is going to get himself another Roche. Moving on forward, they're making another push mid. If you noticed, his next item queued up is a BKB. He's getting kind of close to it. He's got his Skadi. They're pushing mid tier 3 right now. They have not managed to clear this shrine yet. I feel like that's a small mistake, but that's okay. Just sending illusions in right now to push into the space. They can be safe with it. They can be safe with this push. They don't need to get too risky, and they probably just back out now. I think what Monkeys is going to do is probably buy his BKB flat out. This is one situation. Excuse me. Where I'm not sure when to save your buyback and when to just flat out buy out, but I know that he flat out buys out. And jumping forward a little bit more, he has his BKB, he's got his Skadi. And remember, what have we been talking about this game that has been the biggest problem for Monkeys forever? How does he keep dying? He keeps dying in a stun lock. How do you escape this stun lock? You need more HP. Armor's not going to help him that much. Armor's not going to help him that much. Some evasion would, though. And which item gives you ridiculously good evasion against somebody like Clinks, who likes to right-click a lot and has not built an MKB yet? A Butterfly. So Butterfly is a very, very standard item to build on Terrorblade if you have a lot of physical damage coming from the opposing team. So Butterfly is a really good pickup here, and he's going to go for a Heart after a Butterfly to tank himself up a little bit more. I like the call on the Heart after the Butterfly because he needs to survive all those that big black hole and the Invoker meatball combo and Clinks right clicking and all that stuff. So a Heart should give him the ability to do that, and then as long as he has Heart, he's either going to regen his health or he should have enough health to survive a big nuke throwdown for the opposing team and get his Sunder off on somebody. So let's move forward, find another battle. Okay, here they go. Next battle beginning at the Roche pit. Dire team is trying to take Roche. Monkeys is over here. He's going to metamorphosize on top of the cliff. So, he used Metamorphosis, but he was not able to get any good last hits right there. Last hits. I'm talking about heroes as if they're creeps. He wasn't able to last hit their heroes. He's not able to get any kills yet. He's still in Metamorphosis form, though, so they have the advantage for a little while. Hops into the Roche pit, starts taking down Roche. Notice how quickly Roche falls to him. A Terrorblade. Terrorblade's DPS is actually redonkulous, especially with his Butterfly, which he has now. Now look at this. He's got his BKB down. He's got his Butterfly. Is he going to make it through? Enough HP to get out. Sunder, and that's what he's been waiting for. He needed the Butterfly to survive the Clinks attacks. He needed the Eye of Skadi to survive the BKB. It was all worth it. This was that one moment that this whole item progression was built for. And then he's got himself an Aegis of the Immortal right now. Picks up the cheese, and he's going to start pushing mid. There's 3 heroes dead. 2 of his are dead, actually, as well. But you know what? Fuck it. Go mid. Go do something. He's level 25 as well. And for his level 25 talent, he took plus 15 to all stats. Let's talk about his talent tree for a second here. We haven't done that yet. first talent that you usually take with Terrorblade is the 6 health regen. Guys, I want to stress that 6 health regen is almost always better than the 15 attack speed. I used to be one of those guys who loved to take the attack speed until I realized that it was hurting my family and friends. It was really hurting them. So I stopped taking the health regen and stopped taking the attack speed and started taking the health regen. My life has been infinitely better ever since. They are in for that mid push, but I don't think that was the play. He gets nuked down. RIP goes the Aegis. They should have backed up a little bit sooner, and he drops BKB, drops Reflection. Notice that there's all of these reflections dealing 100% damage for 5.5 seconds. He's BKB'd, he's running away, he's got a cheese, he's got a Manta. Is he going to be able to escape? Tornado goes down, Clinks is here following up. Let's see if Clinks is able to do the damage that he needs to do to Monkeys to kill him. Used his Manta, gets silenced, and then gets bursted down by the Clinks. Ouch, feels bad, man. Still had cheese, wasn't able to use it. And Black Hole goes down. Okay. Interesting. And now they're in a bad position. They need to be careful. Luckily, Monkeys has a buyback on Terrorblade. He probably doesn't need to use it, though. If you take a look at the base, if you take a look at the game, you notice that all these lanes are pushed in. Somebody had cut this wave. I know you guys weren't paying attention because I didn't point that out, but somebody had cut this wave already with a Terrorblade illusion. I mean, somebody is Monkeys forever. He cut that wave with a Terrorblade illusion. He doesn't need to buy back because all of these waves were pushed in. This is a really, really good example, guys, of why you should always try to have your lanes pushed in instead of being in the jungle. So some guys will just sit here and take this jungle camp and this jungle camp when there's a creep wave right here. Instead of doing that, go take this creep wave. If this creep wave is safe farm, take this creep wave, push it forward. If you see other hero, like if you see 4 heroes on the map over here and you know you're pretty safe, take one more creep wave, push it all the way in, come back, take this camp, and then go, I don't know, do some other shit. But keep your waves pushed in. Don't be one of those guys that just AFKs in the jungle and never shows in lane because you don't know how to play Dota. Learn how to play Dota. Alright, moving forward, the Radiant team is preparing to defend. Terrorblade is back up. They don't have a Clockwork. This Clockwork has actually been suiciding a lot this game. While watching this game on stream, there was a lot of shit talk going down from this Witch Doctor directed directly at that Clockwork. And looks like they don't have to do anything here. They're pretty safe. So if you also take a look at the last hits in this game, Monkeys Forever right now has 502 last hits. That's just the nature of Terrorblade in a long game. You should have a lot of last hits in a Terrorblade game because your illusions should always be hitting something at all points in the game. He's going to send his illusions out here. They'll probably go to this creep camp, maybe this creep camp. I'm not sure which one he's going to send them to. Or they're going to go to the creep wave. Sending illusions to the creep waves is really good as well because Terrorblade has a way to basically push a wave every 16 seconds with an illusion that's ridiculously hard to kill. You know how hard his illusions are to kill? Here he is, still pushing waves out, not even giving a damn. And now he's playing around mid right now. He's not particularly safe. Uh-oh, they're going to drop stuff on him. There it goes, there it goes. They're preparing to drop the black hole. Black hole goes down. Let's see if he survives this. No, he doesn't. He still doesn't have enough HP to survive that. So through the black hole, he gets killed. Wasn't able to pop the cheese. Stunned for just too long. Didn't get the BKB off beforehand. And there goes Monkeys Forever. It looks like the Enigma went down, but the Radiant team have also lost the Clockwork and the Earthshaker. So that's pretty big. I think Terrorblade might have to buy back, but he might not have to. Oh no, this is that situation that I was talking about earlier, guys, where I said he would have to buy back, but the creep wave was cut. The creep wave was cut here. So again, another situation where they don't have to use buybacks because all the creep waves are pushed. Look, if this was any other situation with a creep wave close to the Radiant team base, they would be buying back. Terrorblade would be using a buyback, and this game would be a lot different for this team. But since all their waves are pushed in, it forces the Dire team back to take care of cleaning up the waves, which is pretty tight. Alright, moving forward a bit, we're going to notice that Terrorblade is just using his illusions right now to push into this base. They took a tower with illusions. These illusions are really strong and hard to kill, so he's just going to send them in here to do damage to the range racks. Whoops, not watching this enough. Clockwork goes down, BKB goes off on the Spirit Breaker. Looks like they're about to lose an Earthshaker, and their slow push has been stunted to a crawl. So at this point in the game, I want to also make a note that Terrorblade has bought himself Boots of Travel. Boots of Travel, fantastic on Terrorblade because you can push waves so far. Your conjured images last for 34 seconds. So that means that they have the ability to take down 2 creep waves pretty much. You can most likely take down 2 creep waves with each image. Maybe 1 and like a little and some change. 1 and some change. Maybe not a full 2 creep waves, but you can do some damage. Now he's got to be careful here. There's an Enigma going in all Invis style behind him. Ooh, Enigma's got a refresher and a BKB and some box. So that Enigma's got a couple items. Notice that he's got the heart queued up now. He knows that he just needs to be able to survive through the black hole long enough, and they're just playing a game of cat and mouse right now. Both teams are looking for an opportunity to get a good engagement on the other team. Terrorblade sells his Dragon Lance, buys himself a heart, and now he has 4.2k HP. That is a ridiculous amount of HP on the Terrorblade. Like that's a Terrorblade. That's a Terrorblade with 4.2k HP. He's got plus 15 all stats. He's got plus 15 agility. He's got a Skadi. He's got himself a butterfly. He hits like a truck. This guy's pretty much just a massive truck. Checking out the Roche pit. Clockwork now knows that Roche is up. They're probably going to want to try to get that Roche on. Here's Terrorblade. Okay, he gets gone on. Whoa, slow down, slow down, slow down. He gets gone on just enough to survive, but he fucked up. Let's go back. Let's see this. Let's see this mistake that he just made. Oh, let's go back a little bit more. Okay, check this out. Check this out. So we have the Enigma right here. Terrorblade's here. They've got a silencer. They're like, shit, let's go on this guy. He gets his BKB off, but he sunders an illusion that had no HP. He sundered an illusion that had absolutely no HP. Let's see this one more time. Okay, Sunstrike is about to go off. Remember, he's got 4.225k HP. He just needs to be able to survive this black hole. He's got Silencer hitting him. He's got Clinks hitting him. He's got Black Hole going down. He's got these little Edelon guys going off on him. I don't even know how to fucking say their name. And what does he do? He finally manages to survive. And there's the Sunder. There's the Sunder between him and a no HP illusion. Imagine if he got it off on Enigma. If he would have got Sunder off on Enigma or Silencer or Clinks, he wins this battle. But instead, he's just dead. Oh, feels bad, man. So he's probably gonna have to buy back now. Okay, here comes the Dire team pushing into the Radiant base. Notice that Terrorblade is saving his buyback at the moment. He doesn't want to use it. He's got the gold, just doesn't want to. Now Invoker starts attacking bottom, Clink starts attacking top, and he's like, shit, we're being pushed from 2 different sides. I gotta buy back. Buys back, immediately TPs to bottom to try to take care of this Spirit Breaker. He's gonna use Meta. Use Conjure Image, didn't get a kill. Oh, there's another BKB down. The Black Hole. BKB Black Hole. Black Hole goes through. He's gonna drop a meatball on him. And there's the Sunder that we're looking for. That's the one that he wanted last time. Gets his reflection off. Gets a last hit. Gets another last hit. Last hit in Heroes for fun. They pick up a gem. And he's gonna kill all these little Edelongs or these little mushroom looking motherfuckers. They're not mushrooms, they're little spirits of Enigma, and now they're just gonna push down mid. So this whole team has buybacks here. They're getting ready to push down. He knows that some of them have buybacks, but he doesn't know how many of them have buybacks. 3 buybacks go down. This team, the Radiant team, is trying to end this game now. They think these guys don't have buybacks, but they're saving them. They're saving them. So 3 heroes back. Enigma still in the action with no Black Hole. Doing work, putting damage down on these towers. Spirit Breaker buys back. Silencer is going to wait for 20. And these guys are just going to push into the base. Take care of this game, I hope. Or maybe not. Backing up is Monkeys Forever, gets the Sunder off on the Enigma, starts right-clicking, needs to use his Manta, and BKB, come on. He's so stunned. Alright, Manta goes off. Decided not to use his BKB so far, regenning all of his health with that beautiful Heart of Tarrasque. And he's just coming in, sending his illusion to do some damage. This guy's getting meatball down. He steps up the hill, uses reflection just so he can these heroes can take some damage from themselves. And they're just trying to get some racks with some illusions. So I think this might be the final push soon, because Clinks happened to have died again. I didn't really notice how that happened. And Terrorblade is essentially 6-slotted now. I think the only thing he does is buy himself Boots of Travel level 2 with this build. And this is like your most standard cookie cutter Terrorblade build. I mean, you could put a Diffusal in there, or yeah, I think Diffusal is the only item that can like go in here additionally, but I'm not positive. And here goes the Black Hole, and he just gets it up. Black Hole's gonna go down on Terrorblade. Uses the BKB, has enough to survive. No, you need to Sunder. Oh, if he could have got Sunder off. So he didn't have his BKB up and he didn't get Sunder off, but it's okay. They did a lot of damage. These guys are stuck in base, and this game looks like it's closing out soon. The Radiant team is not finished, but things are looking bleak, like Memphis for them. So they're going to keep going in here. I think Roche is up. They might get a Roche on. Oh, Arc Warden is being charged. That vision, though. That vision game too strong. And there he is. Gets the hit on the Arc Warden, and boom, he is dead. Instant buyback from Arc Warden. Knew he was going to need it. Might as well use it right away. This is a thing I like to see, guys. If you're playing Arc Warden and you don't instant buyback, sometimes you should. Sometimes you should. Okay, guys, this Dire team is pushing up into Radiant's base. They're actually making this game so difficult. Look at this. They've got nothing left. Terrorblade can't buy back. They've got all 5 heroes up. 20 seconds without TB. Witch Doctor manages to get the kill off on Spirit Breaker right after the Silencer dies. That was actually huge. That was a huge kill by that Witch Doctor. These guys are down to having 1 melee, 2 melee, and a ranged Rax left. 2 melee racks and a ranged racks left. This game is really coming down to the wire. This mid Terrorblade, he has a difficult lineup to deal with, but he's making the best of a tough situation. Moving forward, we're at a point where they are trying to Roche, the Radiant team that is, and they're just trying to pick up a little old Aegis and put it down on Terrorblade. They've got some stuff happening in the background, but they're not too concerned. They know Spirit Breaker is down over here. Oh, looks like they're going to catch the Clinks out. Uh-oh. Is Clinks going to be able to do anything with this? I don't know. Looks like they might get him. Woo! The Enigma TP's in. He black holes. Where's our Terrorblade? He's right here. I just didn't see him. Okay, they lose Enigma. They lose Clinks. Earthshaker has been traded, and they are just chasing down right now. Silencer's still alive. Holy, what a game. What a game. In the meantime, Terrorblade is TP top. He's starting to take top racks, getting gone on by the Spirit Breaker. That was a mistake, Spirit Breaker. He just, I think that's game. I think that's it, guys. That Clink's getting caught out. That looks like that was the game for the Dire team. And Monkeys is going for the throat. He just goes for the T4s. Dropping everything he has. Just use your cheese. Use your cheese, put your BKB back in. Use your Metamorphosis, end this freaking game. I want to see it. Alright, it's over. It's over. And that's your guide to a mid Terrorblade, guys. That's your replay analysis. I said that was it. There's nothing left. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys got something out of this mid Terrorblade video, and I'll be back with another video again soon. Peace out. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the video, subscribe.